I was 10 years old when Grandma came to live with us. It was about 6 months after Granddad passed away, and looking back, she must have been lonely in that big house of theirs, rattling around with only grief and memories for company. So, despite a few protests from Mum, my parents took her in. There were no protests from me. Grandma was loud and fun, and I loved her. She always had boiled sweets, always slipped me a couple, and she'd stick up for me whenever I got in trouble. But it was her stories I loved best. She had all kinds, stories about the war, about the mischief she and her friends got up to on the South Coast, about adventures. But the ones that stuck with me the most were the scary ones. She told me she'd dabbled in the occult when she was younger. Ouija boards, tarot cards, fortune-telling. Most of them I laughed off. But one story about the shower, I never forgot. It started when I asked her why she loved baths so much. She said, "It's the only place I can relax. The only place that's safe." Then she looked at me, serious. People like me, who are sensitive, can't spend too long in the shower. It's too risky. "Why, Grandma?" I asked. "It's only risky if you close your eyes for longer than 10 seconds, she said softly. Then she leaned in closer. "That's when Mr. Longfingers comes." "No one knows what he is," Grandma whispered. "A creature drawn to the heat and steam, or a demon that finds a way through it. But the ones who've seen him," she said, "can't tell you about it." I swallowed. "Why not?" "Don't worry, sweetheart. Just remember the rules. 5 seconds is fine. 10 is okay. But 15... What happens at 15? I whispered. "Then you'll hear him. Tap, tap, tap on the glass. If that ever happens, promise me something. Never open your eyes." I barely slept that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I imagined a face at my window. The next day, and the day after that, the shower became terrifying. I'd shampoo my hair as fast as I could, counting in my head. 5 seconds is fine. 10 is okay. But when I hit 11, 12, I'd feel it. That pressure. The sense of something watching me through the steam. Sometimes I'd open my eyes too soon and sting them with soap, just to make sure I was still alone. It didn't take long for Mum to notice something was wrong. One night she heard me screaming from a nightmare. I told her about Grandma's story, about Mr. Longfingers. Later that night, through the wall, I heard her shouting at Dad. "You know what your mother's done?" She's told him there's a monster that'll get him if he closes his eyes in the shower. Mum said she'd talk to Grandma first thing in the morning. That night, Grandma came to my room. No stories this time. She just sat on the edge of the bed. "You know I'd never let anything bad happen to you, don't you?" I nodded. "Good. The stories I tell, they're meant to protect you. But maybe your mom's right. Maybe I went too far." She smiled, but her eyes looked sad. "Don't worry, sweetheart. I'll scare the bastard off myself." I was the one who found her. About a week later, I woke up to the sound of rushing water, the shower. I ran to the bathroom and banged on the door. No answer. I tried the handle. It wasn't locked. Steam rolled out. The air was boiling hot. And through the fog, I saw her. Grandma. Lying in the shower, eyes wide, one hand clenched to her chest, the other dragging faint finger marks through the misted glass. They said it was a heart attack. Dad said she died fast, without pain. But I knew better. Even as a kid, I knew better. And now, as an adult, I still do. My wife and kids think I'm strange for never using the shower. They think I'm traumatized from seeing Grandma die. Maybe I am. But not for the reason they think. Because years ago, after the paramedics took her body away, I went back. I needed to see. The shower glass was still hot, still fogged, and the finger marks she'd left behind, they weren't just on the inside.